What's up, YouTube? It's Leo again, and today we're going to be doing a sort of a different episode. We've got here these pretty famous spicy ramen. This is the regular hot.
Oops.
And this is the 2 times hot. So I've heard that these are pretty spicy. I eat spicy food on a pretty regular basis, so we'll see just how good I am at handling this stuff. It smells pretty spicy. It looks pretty spicy. It's promising. I'm excited to try it. And mine's still steaming. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but mine is still steaming.
Mine's
and these noodles, I gotta say though, are of much better quality than your typical top ramen or Maruchan instant lunch. And to join me, I've got some Tedorigawa sake. This is actually Yamahai Junmai. So it's pretty good stuff. I only found one place here, or actually I guess there are 2 places here nearby that have it, but I went to the one in West Hollywood and I'm gonna try it. So
cheers.
I'll save the rest of it for later.
It smells so good.
Super good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A little bit.
Splash?
A splash. Please.
Splash. So, I'll start it off with this. I'm going to start off with this. And then I'll fill it back up and we're ready to go. That's good.
You're filling up again?
That is good.
That is really
This
good.
bottle is about $30. I'm not sure what the retail is supposed to be for it, but it was $30. And it's 720 milliliters, I believe. Yeah, 720. So, Shichihaku Niju.
Alright, are you ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's see.
So, mine is the original spicy. His is the 2 times spicy.
Let's get it.
Okay.
And if you like this table, hit me up because I'll sell it to you. I made it. Spicy, not spicy. What do you think? Initial bite, 1 out of 10?
It's really good. It has a really good flavor and the noodles are really yummy. I would say maybe for somebody that has a really low tolerance for spice, this would probably be spicy for them. But for me, it's just like a good flavor. It's not very... It's a little. It has a little bit of a kick. How about yours?
Let's see. In the meanwhile, introduce yourself to the camera. This is my YouTube channel.
My name is Michi. And I'm just here to try some ramen. So,
Initial bite. It's spicy, but on the first bite, it's not too spicy. I'd say it's a good 4. It's a good 4, which is pretty spicy by my standards. Like a jalapeno pepper to me is not a 4. That's a 1. Maybe a 2.
yeah.
A soft 2. I'd say a habanero pepper is something like a 6. Maybe a 7. Depending on how hot it is, because sometimes you get them and they're a little mild and sometimes they're super hot. But they range between like 5 on the low end and like 7 on the high end.
Peppers vary.
Yeah. So
Can we trade?
Yeah. This one's super good, by the way. If you like spicy stuff and you like ramen, this one is the business.
I wonder if it's gonna be hard to tell now for mine. If your mouth is like spiced up.
This is a solid 1.5. Yeah, that's a hard 1.5.
Yeah.
This is a 4 on the initial, so I can imagine as I continue to eat this, it's gonna get even hotter. It'll probably get up to, I suspect, a 6 or a 7.
I like that the noodles don't get like soggy quickly, because mine has been steeping much longer than his has, and my noodles still have like a bite to them. So if that's something you like.
Yeah, I had the water boiling before starting the camera, and I poured my water in, and then I put it on the plate on the table, and then I started the recording. So mine is pretty freshly hot. It was actually, it's pretty blazing to my mouth right now, but not because of the spice, just because the water is very hot. It was still boiling when I poured it in. But I gotta say, these are the best instant noodles I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember, and these are halal, for those of you who only eat halal, which is similar to kosher, I understand.
Yeah, they're, for instant noodles, it's really pretty good.
Yeah, incredibly good. What was I gonna say? I don't remember how much these cost. Do you remember how much they cost?
They were pretty cheap. I think they were like maybe 2 for $1, or what was the deal that we got?
I thought it was $1.50.
$1.50. It was cheap. But
They're
it was
cheap
definitely
either
under
way.
$2.
And we eat ramen out at restaurants somewhat regularly. We make ramen at home sometimes. My favorite one so far has been a spicy curry ramen.
Mm-hmm.
There's this place out, if you're ever out in Southern California, go to this place in Saugus, or what's known as Santa Clarita. It's just by Magic Mountain, Six Flags Magic Mountain, and they've got a spicy curry ramen there. They've got the regulars as well, tonkatsu.
What was the ramen that Blake took us to?
I don't remember the name of it.
Because that was like it was like more of like a creamy broth. It was delicious.
Yeah, this place in Saugus is called Umaichi. I don't remember the other one though, because there's an old coworker of mine who is Japanese. He's American, but he's Japanese. His family's from Japan. And he took us to one out by his house, and it was really good, which is the one she's talking about. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember the name of it.
Surprisingly enough, we haven't really had much luck having ramen in Little Tokyo. Which, if you're from LA, or Southern California at least, Little Tokyo is basically a very, very small version of, I guess, what Japan would be like, right?
Yeah, the buildings are designed to be aesthetically similar. They have a blue ceramic tile roof and stuff like that. And there are a lot of little shops where you can get anything from like Japanese kitchen knives to shoji lanterns to
Japanese makeup.
umbrellas, toys. Like any kid that is into Japanese toys or plush animals like Pokemon or anime or otherwise. They've got some pretty good selections there. I will say one of the shops is pretty overpriced, but otherwise you're gonna find stuff there that in person you wouldn't find otherwise. You'd have to get on the internet and then search through Amazon or whatever else, and there you can at least see it in person and know what you're getting.
Yeah, but unfortunately we haven't had really good ramen down there.
No,
which is very weird.
I've had okay ramen. Like, I wouldn't complain about it. It's good. Almost all ramen is good ramen. Top ramen is good ramen to me. But
well,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not bad.
Ramen.
It's kind of like pizza, right? Like, as bad as a pizza might be, it's still pizza. But I've had much better ramen in some other places than I have had in Little Tokyo, which is sort of a letdown.
Yeah. I will say, the more I eat of this, the spicier it's getting in my mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. This is it's over a 5 right now. Not much over a 5, but it's over a 5.
I would say this is like a 2.5 for me right now.
And sorry I'm not eating super fast because we did just eat dinner right before this.
Yeah. I like dinner. Nothing crazy. Ceviche. If any of you know what that is.
Yeah, I'm Mexican. I have ceviche pretty regularly, but we had her version of it, Cuban ceviche, which is pretty much the same thing except that they put clamato in it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. Clamato. And I'm sweating a little bit. It is like, I don't know. This is, like I said, it's getting spicier, but it is also like not cool in here right now. Yeah. And if I run the AC, the sound's going to be terrible, so I'm not going to do it.
It is a little warm. Well, actually, I never get hot, but...
I do.
Yeah.
If it's like over 72, it's hot to me.
Are you getting spiced?
Yeah, it's pretty spicy. I'm going to say like... I used to work at a shop in North Hollywood, and I had a bunch of Thai coworkers, and they would order Thai food pretty regularly for us. And then they asked me what I wanted. It was my first time ordering from there. And I said, I don't know, give me something spicy. And what did you recommend if you like spicy stuff? And so they recommended to me the drunken noodles, was what they said.
Man, I wonder what the 5 times one is like.
Yeah, the 5 times one's got to be pretty hot. But as I was saying, I have some Thai coworkers at a shop where I worked as a mechanic over in North Hollywood, and I ordered the drunken noodles because that's what they recommended for spicy stuff. And they were all expecting me to be like this, like how I am right now, sweating and spiced. But I got it, and as I opened the container, they were like, "Oh man, I can smell it from here. It's so spicy." And I told them, I eat pretty spicy stuff pretty regularly, you know. I wouldn't expect myself to be very spiced up from whatever they had to offer. And they even said to me over the phone when I was making the order, they said, "Are you sure you want it spicy?" And I said, "Yeah, I eat spicy food pretty regularly." And they said, "I don't know." And I assured them, "Yeah, make it as spicy as you can, please." And so when I got it, they were all like, "Man, I can tell from here that it's super spicy." And I ate it, and I was like, "Yeah, it's spicy. You know, a little bit milder than this, but I thought it's spicy, but it's not like overwhelmingly. It's just spicy. I can enjoy it. If you're a fan of spicy foods,
like
you kind of
this, huh? Yeah, like this, where it's like it has a little kick to it, but it's nothing unbearable.
Yeah, it's you start to enjoy getting spiced up, especially the more spicy stuff you eat, the less spiced you get. Yeah. And so you're like, man, I haven't gotten spiced up in a long time, so I'm kind of looking forward to eating something really spicy so they can spice me up, and then you get sort of like I would recommend I would compare it to something like a runner's high or
You look like you're really spiced up right now.
It's still only like a 5 and change. I mean, it's hot in here.
You know, it definitely...
It does make my nose runny. My lips are on fire more than anything.
My lips are on fire too. I will say eating spicy things when they're hot definitely...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Adds to the heat.
Like if you make a soup, say like this is a soup, right? But any soup that you would imagine your regular stuff, like if you're Mexican or if you're Thai or if whatever, your regular dishes that are somewhat spicy as a soup, and if you eat it cold or if you eat it warm, huge difference. Huge difference. What's one that we can think of? Pozole.
Oh yeah,
pozole is like that. You make it with a chile de árbol, I think is what you make it with.
No, guajillo.
Guajillo. Mm-hmm. And then you add more chile to it to taste, and depending on how spicy you like it. So I usually make it pretty spicy, and I get like this, but this isn't uncomfortable to me. I know for some people being spiced up is like really uncomfortable and, and not enjoyable, not fun at all. This is to me. So it's good. And not only that, but the ramen, the noodles are a really good texture. Like a really good firmness. I usually when I make instant noodles, I usually have to as soon as I pour it, and as soon as it starts getting soft, I gotta eat it within 30 seconds to a minute, because
Yeah.
otherwise it gets too soft for me.
He likes his noodles really hard. I would say I like my medium. These noodles, definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like really good quality. At least for as far as instant noodles go. We found these at... Where did we find these?
The Galleria.
Oh, yeah. So, there's a Korean market. Probably like, I don't know, 15 minutes from where we live.
Yeah, 15 minutes with light traffic.
Yeah, and they had these. We found them there. I know that people have to like order them online, right? Normally, people have to order these from Japan. But we were lucky enough to find them in store.
Yeah, if you live in Southern California, just check your local Asian markets, Korean market. I'm sure any Japanese market would have it.
Yeah.
Seafood City probably has it.
Oh yeah, Seafood City.
So go check it out. And honestly, like I buy sake pretty regularly to try out a bunch of different ones. And this one so far is absolutely my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. It's delicious. It's so smooth.
It's really, yeah, it doesn't taste like, because I know when people say like it's smooth, you know, you kind of expect, maybe someone's not much of a wine drinker, or if somebody recommends a beer but isn't really a beer drinker, then you suspect maybe it doesn't taste that much like beer, and that maybe that's why they like it, or if it's a wine, maybe it tastes like a dessert wine and that's why they enjoy it. No, I like my beers super bitter. I drink my coffee, I don't even drink coffee, I drink espresso, I drink Cuban espresso, and I drink it straight. It's my regular drink. And I don't add sugar or milk to anything ever. I'm lactose intolerant, by the way, so that's one reason. I also just don't like sweets. So I like my stuff pretty tart, and I like my stuff...
Bitter.
Yeah, bitter. I like it to be a little bit sour sometimes. A hint of sweetness is okay, like if something has a fruit flavor to it.
This definitely has like a... I don't even know, like, is it plum? Or like
this?
Yeah, or like a grape kind
Yeah,
of.
it tastes like white grape to me.
Yeah, it definitely has like that fruity tone to it, but it's not overpowering at all.
Yeah, it doesn't taste sweet. It just has like a scent of fruit.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Really nice.
So, definitely on the noodles, I would say this peaked. When I was talking earlier, a little bit like my last few bites were, honestly, they were almost nothing. But the bites before that was where it peaked. And I realized on my last bites, I was like, actually, this is not so hot anymore. But I would say...
Well, it has cooled down a bit.
Yeah.
Like the temperature.
Yeah, that makes a difference. Huge difference. This went from boiling, steaming hot to very warm, you know?
Yeah.
And this, I would say it started off, like I said, it started off around a 4. And had climbed up to above a 5. I don't know if I would have called it. I would say a 6 at the peak, which was very intermittent.
That's pretty high, especially
That's pretty high.
for you.
Yeah.
He has a super high. Like he eats what are they called?
Carolina Reapers.
Carolina Reapers for fun.
With my food regularly.
Yeah.
Those are super hot though. Those are no joke. Like I'm not saying I eat those and they're not hot at all. I'm not saying that at all. I eat them. And I get really, really spiced up, like over the top, dizzy, spiced. Like literally dizzy. I literally get dizzy from eating those. And I'm super spiced up, like uncontrollably for a few minutes, and then it calms down, and I get that what I call the runner's high sort of thing, the spicy high.
The spicy high.
Yeah. And so I do eat those pretty regularly. I eat also scorpion peppers, ghost peppers, and they are super hot. They are super hot, but they're not anything I can't handle. I'll, like this, my nose might get runny and I might sweat a bit, but I might get a little bit high from it. But
not literally.
Right.
Maybe that needs to be our next video.
What, the peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just get like an assortment of spicy peppers.
Yeah. Normally what I eat it with is Mexican food. I'm Mexican and I eat Mexican food regularly, so
and
I have tacos
Cuban,
or...
and we don't eat anything spicy. Nothing at all.
Yeah, so I eat I'll eat tacos or burrito or whatever else, have a pepper that I take a bite of, and then as I progress through my meal, through my, burrito, by the end of it I'll have gone all the way through my pepper. And So it'll be pretty hot. It'll be super hot every time. Every time. I will say the ghost pepper is about an 8.5. The scorpion pepper is about a 9. And the Carolina Reaper is absolutely a 10. Yeah. Absolutely. They're not anything to laugh at. They're hot. They're not just spicy, they're hot.
They make
super
you physically hot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so by comparison, this is pretty mild. By comparison. But, you know, I'm comparing it to really hot peppers.
So apparently the pepper that's in this, at least in mine, I didn't read yours, is red chili seed oil. That's what makes it spicy. I have to like Google that or something to see what kind of red chili it is. Because obviously there's multiple red chilies. Also, apparently I think his at least goes up to 5 times. 5 times. I couldn't imagine. Yeah. This is after I took a bite of this, I couldn't tell that this was supposed to be spicy. I couldn't even tell that. That's like how big the differences between these two is, and I can't imagine what the 5 times is like. I wonder if you're like it sort of what am I thinking of? Logarithmic. Never mind. I was doing my math homework earlier today. But where it like sort of tapers off, where the 1 is very far from the 2, but the 2 is not very far from the 3 and such. But if it's not like that, and the 5 is that much hotter, whew.
Man, that's gotta be insane.
We'll have to find it or order it online. We didn't find it. We were trying to find the 5 times spicy one at our local Asian market, but they didn't carry it. Yeah. Another thing is like the more regularly you eat spicy food, the more you build your tolerance. I haven't had anything really spicy in a while. The scorpion pepper plants died, and and the ghost pepper hasn't been putting out anything. And then the Carolina Reapers were dug up by the dog. Yeah. So they've been replanted. They're all growing really well, and some of them are fruiting, but there hasn't been anything spicy yet. So I haven't had a super hot pepper. I've had plenty of habaneros, plenty of jalapenos and serranos and everything else, the regular stuff. But I haven't had a really, really hot pepper for a while. So I imagine that would make a difference. But even then, like, to say that this peaked at about a 5.5, maybe 6, it wouldn't have gone down by more than, you know, I would say half a point out of 10. So it's still, I'm impressed. Yeah, we really didn't have high standards for it. We were like, it's probably going to be, like, I was imagining it to taste like this, like how mine did, his, right? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Yeah. I expected this to be a little bit spicy. Like every other time I go to any restaurant and ask for spicy stuff, or any other food item that I buy at a store that says it's spicy. That's kind of what I expected. But this one did not let me down at all. Yeah, no, it was spicy. It was super spicy. Yeah. So in conclusion, the flavor's awesome. The consistency of the soup is great. The firmness of the noodles is top notch. And it was spicy. Yeah, and it was spicy. I can't speak for that one, but only because I had this one first. This one was a little bit. I think this would be good for somebody that likes spicy foods, but doesn't have quite that super high tolerance yet. I would say I prefer this one. Yeah, I would say if you like spicy foods, you eat spicy food regularly. If you come from a Mexican family, I would say. Or the valley. or from the valley and you're used to eating hot stuff. Like I have friends who, when I present them extra hot Cheetos, right, the black bag, anybody in SoCal knows about these, and you can't eat regular Cheetos anymore after that, or regular hot Cheetos. Just like if you eat hot Cheetos regularly, the cheese Cheeto ones taste like, what am I eating? What's the point of this? But extra hot Cheetos kind of do that to regular Cheetos, and I would say this, for me, is that extra... Like, yeah, this is spicy, and this was what I wanted when I wanted something spicy. Yeah. As opposed to, like, when you've been eating extra hot Cheetos with hot sauce on them for most of your life, and somebody hands you a bag of hot Cheetos. Regular hot Cheetos, and you're like, this doesn't taste like anything. You're like, Yeah. What about the sake? The sake is great. Yeah. It's my favorite one so far. I do have another Tedorigawa that I'm going to try, but that'll be in a separate video. Yeah. So... Yeah, sake was delicious. Ramen was delicious.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
get out there and
if you
eat some spicy food.
Yeah, if you haven't tried it yourself, you need to. If you're not one for spicy foods, I recommend trying this one before you try this one.
Absolutely.
If you like spicy foods, try this one.
This one might even be spicy for somebody that doesn't do spicy food. Like, this one might be too spicy.
Too spicy?
Oh, yeah. For somebody that can't handle any
I couldn't tell. Because after eating this.
No, I would definitely think that this would be too spicy for somebody that doesn't ever eat it.
Yeah, for someone who eats spicy foods, this will be spicy, but you'll be able to eat all of it. You're not going to be like, oh my god, it's too spicy, I can't eat it.
It's a good level.
It's a good level, yeah. But I got to get my hands on those 5 times.
And really see what's up.
Yeah. But I might have to eat a few of these along the way to sort of rebuild my tolerance.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that's a real thing, I swear to you, do it every meal. Add spice to your food, whether it's hot sauce or it's crushed pepper or any amount.
And build the tolerance.
Yeah, and do that to half your meals or every meal.
It's like people that over add salt to their foods, right? It's like the same concept.
Yeah, if all of the food that you eat on a regular basis contains salt, then anything without it tastes unsalted, or it tastes like it's missing something. And then you feel like for it to taste salty, you have to have a large amount of salt in it.
Yeah.
And for it to taste normal, you have to have at least a little bit of salt in it. Where as opposed to someone who doesn't regularly eat salt in their meals, any amount of salt is salty.
It's salty, yeah. That's how spice works.
Yeah. So get out there, build your tolerance, try some. Get some of these spicy noodles. I'm telling you, if you like ramen, if you like instant noodles,
try it.
You won't be disappointed. Even if they're a little bit too spicy, you're gonna want to keep eating them because
they're so good.
They're good. They're great. I'm not going back to top ramen or
no,
instant
never
lunch.
again.
So
cheers. Whoa. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
I like how I had a splash for the whole video and you had like 3 shots.
Yeah, I'm gonna have another one. So, but I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you go out and try this for yourself, and give me your own opinion if you've already tried it or if you're going to.
Comment down below.
Yeah, and if nothing else, I'm gonna be posting some more gym stuff for those of you who follow me for that reason.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.